Hello. Hi. Nice to see you all. Howdy.
Howdy, howdy, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone out there in the 24 time zones on planet Earth. Welcome to the most exciting, most righteous, and most powerful show on YouTube, The Real Short Box. Let me start introducing our co host, our panelists for this evening's show. First, he is the executive producer of the Real Shortbox live stream show. He is from the great state of Ohio. He is Bruce Campbell's number 2 fan. He is DC Comics for life. And if you have a problem with it, he might just pop you in the mouth. He was the 2000 Kent State University's Mr. Beefcake. And he was just voted the 2022 second best looking man of North Hollywood, California. Ladies and gentlemen, he is always socially lubricated. He is the original Dom.
Woohoo! Yay!
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, come on now. Come on now, sir.
Donald's got a little bit. Oh, it's not COVID. Goddamn. He's got a bit of a severe sinus infection going on that he's fighting.
Oh, no. Honey and tea, sir. Honey and tea.
Well, you
He's
come
got his
over, I'll
tea.
have a little honey.
No. What I meant is the honey that comes from Sugar Bear, from Winnie the Pooh.
I
That
thought
type
you
of
were
wants
my
you to
sugar
give him
bear.
some
No,
sugar,
no,
Kevin.
no. I am a monk, and we don't engage in those kind of acts.
Hey,
He's a monk.
hurry up. There's people joining. We got to say hello to them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Next, let us go back to California. Someone who's also from the great state of Ohio. She is a spectacular lady who grew up in the great city of Cincinnati. She is a talented actress and artist. She was the 2019 Best Looking Cubana of the Year of West Los Angeles. She is the Baroness of Theater Performances, the Duchess of Many Hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, the Great Gemini, a wonderful friend of the Real Short Box. She is jubilant and jazzy, Miss Janet Lee Rodriguez.
Thank you.
And last but not least, a special guest coming back for the 4th time this year on the Real Short Box. He is a man who is also from the great state of Ohio. Once again, 3 people from Ohio. He is a man that has brought masculinity back to professional wrestling. He is a man who lives a life of piety and righteousness. He is a man who is one of the great wrestling promoters of the Midwest. He is a master technician of wrestling submission holds. He weighs in at a lean, mean, and cut 235 pounds of muscle. He lays down the law in the ring. He is the Archbishop of Pain. And if you cross him, he just might send you to the ICU. Please give a warm welcome to the Ohio Wrecking Machine and co-host of the Horror Guy Show on YouTube, Mr. John Catalee.
That's a hell of an intro, man. Hell of an intro.
And of course, I am your humble podcaster, the Grand Master of the Jedi and Vulcan Arts, your Supreme Chancellor, Dr. Kevin.
Kevin Green.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have another tournament tonight. It's been a while. We haven't had one since the summer. Dr. Donald McKenney himself came up with this idea. We're calling it the Battle of the Bad Boys. This is exciting. We're going to take some really cool, iconic bad boy characters from the last 40 years of cinema. This is going to be a lot of fun. Pretty much all these names you're going to be familiar with. And if you're not, then you are not a true movie fan.
If you're not, then go fuck yourself.
No,
Just
I'm
ask
not
us
saying
if
that. I'm
you're
not saying that.
because
I'm not. Come
that's
on.
what I do.
I'm not.
I just
Good.
ask you guys.
I mean,
who are these?
I feel like that was directed straight to me because there's some of these that I haven't seen. I know the characters, I know the names, but I haven't seen some of them. So damn it, I guess I better absorb that FU right now because
The
some of that
same,
comes
the
at me.
Same, John. All we have to do is ask these two, and they know the
There-
answers.
there it is.
Hey.
Exactly.
So I want to give a quick shout out to my mom and dad. Everybody say hi to my mom and dad.
Hey,
Hello.
McKinney
Hey.
family.
Mom and Dad.
Papa McKinney.
Say hello to Enrique. Thank you for joining. Want to say
Yeah,
hello
Enrique.
to
What's up,
Ricky, who hasn't been
Ricky?
on in a while. Thanks for being on, Ricky.
Hey. Well, Ricky's been a
Alright.
busy man, as you know, so we have to respect that.
Tearing down things. That's what he does. He tears. He builds you up and then he tears you down.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
dear.
wrestling promo.
Well,
Seriously.
I mean, like he sets up like stages and things and all kinds
wow.
of stuff. So yeah, there is a
Nice.
little bit of that in there. Plus, I think he could get you in a pretty good headlock. He looks like a guy that could get you in a pretty good headlock.
Uh-oh.
He
Well,
needs
hey,
to come
he's
visit
forced with
you,
his
John.
hands. He's forced with his hands, you know.
It's true.
He's a
Strong-
breakdown of
strong
stage for you,
hands.
John, and get you in a headlock.
Yeah.
Telling you.
yeah. Yeah.
More than
Um,
most of my other guys do.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We have Half's Hot Sauce. You go to halfshotsauce.com. It
Jeez.
is not more of a perfect time, by the way, than the holiday season to send somebody a gift of hot sauce. I want your
Thanks.
asshole to burn. I love you so much. Happy holidays.
Hey, and
Um,
it'll clear out your sinuses,
I
Donald.
mean, it's good for the cold weather, right?
yes, it's
Yeah.
very good for the cold weather.
Do you have
um,
some at home that you can
you can
take
rub it
to
in on
clear
your
your
cats.
sinuses?
It's really good for shampoo.
Your cats?
Oh, no.
No, it's a bad idea.
Your cats?
Oh God.
That's the last bath for that cat.
Okay, well, don't do
Done.
that.
Donald,
then.
isn't this
Don't
the
do that.
episode 2 we're supposed to like give someone a nose piercing and give me a haircut?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Huh?
I wasn't informed of all this.
From the last time you said you were going to
That's
give us a
true.
nose piercing. Like
Last week you
Latin
did
Amor.
say that.
Oh yeah,
That is
that's
true.
right.
Damn.
That's
Your
right.
dad is supposed to be here.
That's true. My dad's supposed to come. He didn't show up. Thanks,
He didn't want
Dad.
the nose piercing.
Jeez, no, I guess not. But we'll have to delay that to some other time, unfortunately. But you are right, Janet. Thank you for reminding me about that. Ricky says, "Yeah, I do and can." I think he just challenged John.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Ooh, man.
Oh, man. I'm always having a fight. Damn it. I don't want to fight tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Having a nice, relaxing. I just fought at the gym. I'm good, man. I had it. I'm done for tonight.
Monday's all right for fighting. I think is what.
Yeah,
Monday
they
Night Raw.
exactly.
Right.
Monday
Right.
Night Raw for real, or Monday
Right.
Night Nitro.
So back to Half's Hot Sauce. They have an excellent gift box that you can get. It's all pre-packed in a nice little
Oh.
gift box you can send to somebody. If you use the coupon code Donald Hiccups, you save 10% off on your order. So
nice.
that's nothing to sneeze at when it comes to hot sauce gift boxes. Also, if you go to splatteredfrog.com, I'm wearing the hat. Go to splatteredfrog.com, type in the coupon code Shortbox, save 20% off your order. You can save on these lovely hats that are great gifts. I love it because you can put pins on it. I got one of a dude sniffing somebody's butt, so that's always fun.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Don't worry, Kevin. It's not
That's,
that picture that you sent me. Don't worry.
Oh,
That's every
gosh.
day in the. That's an everyday accordance in the locker room at Planet Fitness, so it's cool. I see it all the time. All the time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, just type in the coupon code Shortbox, save 20% off your order there. But we're gonna start rocking and rolling with this. Let me just make sure that I can find the timer, the shot clock, as I so lovingly put it.
Uh-oh, we got the timer on for this one, too. Oh, man.
oh yeah.
Hopefully,
We
if I
don't
can
play-
find
we
it.
don't play games.
Ooh.
We don't
Yeah, it's
play
like
Man, this is like-
categories.
This is like what what ESPN does, like their rundown of like the news
Draft.
for the day, and they kind of have like a timer ticker going, how much time they have. Okay, all right, I'm digging
I
it.
like
I
it.
like it.
We're
gotta
at
really
60
sell the,
minutes right now. with
You got to
Donald
really
McKinney.
sell the opponents here in this tournament.
Or even
Okay,
better,
I like
the
that.
Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble. You get
Yes.
the clock going, next opponent comes.
Absolutely, yes.
The Royal
That's it.
Rumble Spoon.
That's right.
Oh, see, there it is. See, you just made up a whole new show. There it is.
Uh-oh.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Gerald, thanks for joining. I'm feeling amazing. Don't worry. We're gonna rock this.
His spirits are cheered by
We're gonna
being on
rock
the
this
podcast
shit.
with us.
This is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna put the clock up here by Kevin. I think no, you know what? Over here by John. That's a good spot for it. Yeah, I like that.
I'll take the
Right over
clock.
by John. I like that. Yeah.
I'm always late, so that's probably a good thing that the clock's by me because I'm always late anyway. So
We're gonna time
I'll
it.
take it.
Okay,
Damn
good, good. Now, one more thing before we get down to business. A really close friend of ours and one of our fellow podcastians is not doing amazing right now. He's in the hospital. So if he's watching, I want to give him a little cheer. and a little hello. So Chris Turner, this one's for you, my friend, my compadre, my traveling buddy, my pal. I know I can't be your best friend. I get it. I can't be anybody's best friend. It's fine. It's fine.
He's trying.
But you're pretty close, buddy. And I love you. And I hope you're doing all right. And if you're watching this, I have a little of the cider cask whiskey from Tullamore Dew from the time we went to Ireland and literally went to the distillery. And I helped you steal one of the glasses because you didn't want to pay for one. So this is for you. Salute
To Chris.
to Chris.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Prayers up, man. Please get well,
Salud.
man. Please get well.
All right. Whew. Well, that suddenly
Wake you up a little bit.
whoa,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
going through me. It's
That cold's
He feels
gone,
it right
right?
away.
It's gone, man.
I'm like Daffy Duck here. I'm gonna.
We thought you were Donald Duck.
Some
Daffy's-
days I'm Donald,
Daffy's
some days
better.
I'm Daffy.
Daffy's better.
But a lot of people call me a Daffy bastard, so I assume I'm more Daffy than Donald. I don't know.
Oh
I
my
could be
God.
wrong.
Daffy is the superior duck, especially.
Sammy says
old
to
school.
Chris, let me put that up there. I'm going to pin that real quick to Chris. And I'm drinking Tullamore Dew as we speak. Hey, cool. The
Oh,
Tullamore Dew
Nice.
friends here.
Oh.
Okay, so again, forgive my sniffles, forgive my strange voice, all that fun stuff. I'm trying. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I took some stuff that's gonna make me a little wackadoo, more so, believe it or not. I sound like Ric Flair. Enriquez. All right, so let's move on. We're going to start. I guess we did it. It's the bracket time. It's the
Nice.
battle of the bad boys. And it's gonna be fun, off the wall, zany, crazy. Hello, Andrea. Thank you for joining.
And
Some,
everyone gets to vote, which are fun episodes.
Yes,
Some
you get
really
to vote.
For
good
me,
matchups,
as
too.
a normal watcher.
Yep. We tried to even this out the best we could. So right away, we're gonna have one of the wackiest battles of the bad boys that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Geez, I don't know who picked the second one, but I know Janet picked the first one, and we're talking none other than bike thieving son of a bitch, Francis from Pee Wee
The hell of a pick,
Herman's Big
Janet.
Adventure.
I love a pick.
That's a great Pee-wee.
That is a
Francis. So we have
I love
Francis here, and Francis is going to go up against another bad boy. When I get in the shower, I like to use shampoo. Shampoo cleans the hair. But then conditioner makes it shiny. So they always fight back and forth when I'm in the shower. We're talking Billy Madison. We're talking Adam Sandler, the bad
Nice.
boy of Billy Madison, versus Francis, the bad boy of Pee Wee Herman.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
All right, everybody, give us your
If you look at
case.
this,
Why we count down, and everybody in the chat, cast your vote.
all right, if you look at this matchup, you got a dude who stole a whole ass bike. Okay, just because he was a rich brat. He stole the bike because he wanted it. Obviously, he tried to offer money for it. PB wasn't having it. All right, I get it. Then you got Billy Madison. Really, maybe the baddest thing he wanted to do was touch Veronica's hiney. Okay, so if you think about it,
Also
Oh,
rich.
Veronica
for
Cornerstone.
for me,
So
exactly. All right, so for me, I got to go with Francis only because again, he stole a whole ass bike, man. That's pretty dirty. I mean, you had this poor dude going on like this huge adventure to find this bike, and the whole time it was just kind of just chilling with an orphanage. So it's like, come on, man. For me, I got to go Francis. That's my pick.
Awesome.
Oh, we've got our first vote popping in. Janet, what do you think about this matchup?
Oh,
this
yeah.
pairing?
I would definitely go for Francis. He was on my list. And I mean, Billy acts really stupid and everything. And I mean, I think Veronica punches him at some point, right? To get him back into shape.
I
I'm
think
pretty
so.
sure she does.
Like,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
water.
yeah,
and
in the
everything.
water. Oh, she wore that
she's
white
like,
shirt. I
"Stop
remember.
floating through your life like a piece of shit or whatever.
I
So if
remember that
anything,
scene.
he did get bullied, but yeah, he's just kind of stupid and everything. I mean, he did bully kids when he was in high school, which is the worst time to bully anybody. But Francis, yeah, I think he's the worst of the two, and I was afraid of him when I was a little kid, especially when he was dressed up like a devil in that nightmare scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that Tim Burton directed it as I got older, and I was like, oh, this makes sense. Why this was so wacky and scary and interesting.
Alex, thanks for popping in, and if you have to bounce for a minute, feel free to pop back in. Thank you, buddy. It's good to see you. Really quickly, Alex Bankita does a comic book called Headless. It's on Scout Comic Books. I'm not sure if it's available digitally, but I know you can find it at your local comic book shops. It was available everywhere. So please seek it out if you can. That is Alex Bankita's Headless from Scout Comics.
Alex demands that I stop working at the bakery so that I can be on this show.
So we've got some votes. Let's see where we're at. Kevin, I'll save you and me commenting on the next one. We'll just do 2 each time to save a little time.
Next one I definitely got to do.
Gerald says O'Doyle rules, so he's going Billy Madison.
O'Doyle rules.
Kevin, let's have you do Billy Madison votes, and Janet, let's have you do votes for Francis, okay?
Okay. Your whole family's going down.
Ricky says Billy Madison. My mom says Francis. My dad says Francis. So we have 2 and 2, it sounds like, right?
I only heard
only had one Billy Madison.
One for Billy Madison.
Well, we had O'Doyle rules, which is Gerald. So I'm assuming if that's not your vote, please let me know.
And I'm counting Billy Madison, right?
Oh my God.
I'm Billy Madison.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll get Francis.
I'm on so much shit right now. Stop messing with me, guys.
We'll figure it out. Okay, I got Francis.
It's 2-2.
Okay.
Alex says I vote for Janet, so it's 2 and
Yay,
2
my
and
number 1 fan.
That just means that you're kind of a bad boy, Janet.
That's right. Badass.
Right after the show's over, she's going to steal a bike.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to go steal a bike. I can't have a bike at my apartment building. People steal them. They steal them. I saw a guy today. I went to the 99-cent store, right? And I saw a guy today walk in with a backpack, and he had a pair of bolt cutters sticking out of the backpack. And I wanted to go up to him and be like, you piece of shit, I know what you have those bolt cutters for. You're the local bike thief. You know, I wanted to do it. Not in tip-top shape right now, I've got knee issues right now I'm dealing with. All this stuff. All it would take is one good push, and I'm down. So I was like, I'll let it go, but I'm going to, give him dirty looks, which I did.
I like how he's like, you're the local bike thief in this city of 10 million people. I mean, we assume that it's you.
I mean, it is kind of obvious, though. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
But can I change my vote to that guy instead of Francis, though? Because he seems like the bigger asshole. I mean, damn.
He does not steal those bikes for charity, Alex.
We do have probably a lot of bike thieves, though, in this whole town. It's not like we're in a town
Janet,
of 2,000
it is awful.
Something.
It is riddled. And by the way, I just want to give a quick shout out to the gentleman that stole a comic book off of me at the comic shop last week. You piece of shit. I hope you get just freaking
bullied.
No. I want him to get hemorrhoids really bad. Like really bad hemorrhoids. Like ones.
How about a really bad paper cut when he's turning the page? That's good too.
How about both?
Yes. Hemorrhoids and paper cuts. That's a hell of a combo.
Yeah.
That's a painful combo.
Right? We got another vote for Billy Madison. So guess what? I'm going to put another minute on the clock, and then we're going to move on. So you have 1 more minute to cast your vote. There are enough people in the chat right now to cast a vote to sway one way or the other, to tie for Francis or seal the deal for Billy. So you got 1 minute left.
I thought that, Donald, you were going to say, so guess what? Your whole family's going down.
I should have, right?
Yeah.
If I was in a better state of mind, I probably would have. Uh-oh. Alex, I think, is sealing the deal for Billy, so we got 30 seconds left.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That's a shocker, man. That is a shocker.
I suspected this, to be honest.
He's popular. Do they not remember Francis?
Maybe? Yeah, a lot of people might not remember
that's what
Francis
it is.
The issue.
That's what it is.
You know what it is? Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Pee-wee's Big Top.
I think he redeemed himself because in Leprechaun, he was like a nice, fun-loving, you felt bad for him type of character,
Yeah.
So, maybe he redeemed himself by being the lovable character in Leprechaun, and they were like, Francis wasn't so bad, Maybe that's it. That's got to be it. Got to be it.
Okay, so there we go. It is Billy Madison moving on. Francis is out the door.
Wow.
Billy Madison on to the quarterfinals.
I mean, Adam
Man.
Sandler in general has had a lot of lovable roles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has. But you know what? The biggest thing that people hate him for, because he always has like the most nice looking women that he's like involved with in movies. So everybody hates him for that. But he's
Yeah.
smart though. He's
But he
smart,
gave
man.
Yeah.
Come
those
on.
ladies the opportunities, you know?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
kinda
absolutely.
It's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I
They're
mean, the dude's
grateful
smart.
for that. I'd be grateful for
Right.
the work.
Okay,
It's just how
round
people
two.
are, though.
Round
You
two,
know.
everybody.
All right. This is my category right here. I love this matchup here.
This is a battle right here, man.
Oh, yeah. First, let us start with the classic 1985 movie Return of the Dragon's villain, the Shogun of Harlem. Who is the master? Who's the master?
I
Come
know.
on,
who it
John.
is.
Tell me. Who's the master,
It's-
John?
Show enough.
Damn right it
Showing
is.
up.
Show
Right.
enough. Show enough.
Who are
Sure.
the master?
Yes, sir.
What an awesome, badass villain played by the late great Julius Carey. I mean, the
Oh.
way he's dressed, the way he carries
Lord
himself.
Boulder from Briscoe County. I mean,
Yes, sir. Yes, right. That's right.
such a great actor.
So I
Great
need
actor.
to see this in its entirety. I've only seen bits and pieces of Enter the Dragon.
No. Return. This is Enter the Dragon. Yes.
Enter
It's
the
awesome.
Dragon.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
I know Tarantino must be obsessed with it because he loves all those movies. Bruce Lee.
And I'd be
movies.
surprised if he wins against the next contestant.
The next contestant,
Yeah.
1984, is the Karate Kid, the original tormentor of Daniel LaRusso, Mr. Johnny Lawrence. Cobra Kai
Also,
Cobra
Cobra
Kai.
Kai.
never dies. This is great. This is a great matchup.
It really is, man. This is one of those ones
Wow.
that like, it is a tough. Listen, I love Show Enough. I love The Last Dragon. I think that's a great movie. But Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka, I believe that's how you say his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been a dick in every movie he's ever been in the 80s. Back to School, European Vacation, Just One of the Guys, and the list
Yeah.
goes on. He's
But
always
you
been.
have to remember, we're talking about the characters, not the
Are
actors
the
playing the
characters
role.
fighting
It's the
each other?
characters.
Kung fu,
Right,
style,
right.
karate.
See, to me, Johnny Lawrence, Cobra Kai does not have the glow, even though it's the evil
I mean,
version.
that's true. That's
He doesn't
true.
have it.
Do you sweep the leg or do you possess the glow? That's the question here. Like, what
Mhm.
happens?
Now,
man?
in this case, if you possess the glow, it's no joke. It's
Guys,
no joke. So
There's 30
I go
seconds
with
left
Shogun.
on the clock. Cast your
Oh,
vote.
okay.
I go with Shona personally. I go
I'm
with
gonna go with
Shogun.
Johnny because I think Johnny would tease him to death or something. He would just,
Well, he wouldn't care. Shona wouldn't care.
yeah, I don't
I don't have to
know.
just tell him to kiss his Converse. That's cool, you know.
Exactly.
That's about
You
it.
think Shonuff would win then, John?
If we're going based, are we going based on fighting skills or just overall asshole characters? Like the characters in these movies.
We're going
Skills,
on
man, the
everything.
skills.
We're going on
Everything.
the badassness of them and the fighting skills.
Wow. Okay, I think that for me it would be tied then. Based on fighting skills, show enough. Based on asshole character, definitely Johnny Lawrence. That's
Okay.
where I stand with that. It's kind of
Okay.
a tie on that.
Wait, hold a second. I don't remember Johnny Lawrence going into someone's business and busting it up like Shona did. He went to the pizza parlor and tore it up.
I
But
mean, he
also,
did some
are we
ass kicking
talking
in
about
Cobra
Cobra
Kai.
Kai?
Right. I mean, you have to, yeah, because he still plays that same character.
Yeah.
So true. Yeah, you have to. That's very true.
He is more of a jerk, seems like,
Yeah, yeah.
in the first
Uh-oh.
episode at
A
least.
house
yeah.
divided. Gerald and Andrea
Uh-oh.
are choosing different different
Uh-oh.
characters.
Okay.
Um,
Enrique's still there? What does he think?
He does. Here we go. Ready? John, let's have you do Johnny. And
All right.
Janet, let's have you do Show. Kevin, actually, let's have you do Show Enough. How about that?
Thank you.
I know
Thank
how
you.
much you love the character. So
Sure
we
enough.
have Sammy for Johnny, Alex for Johnny, Gerald for Show Enough, Ricky for Johnny, Andrea for Johnny. Enrique says Show Enough. Mom says Johnny. Dad says Johnny. And then let's see. Alex says, if you guys picked Roy Stallion from Better Off Dead for this episode, I'll lose my mind.
Oh,
You know?
Oh, man.
Johnny
Alex,
Cusack.
Alex, we have a little deep cut here that I think you might enjoy coming up.
Wasn't William
Gerald's-
Zabka in that too? Wasn't he in that too, I think?
He might have been.
For some reason, I feel like he was in that. I don't remember. I know Curtis Armstrong was from Revenge of the Nerds, but I can't remember if William Zabka was in that or not.
Gerald says Johnny was bad because he had bad role models. Show Enough is just bad to be bad. which is kind of true.
Yeah.
I don't know Sho'nuff well enough to have
Good point.
thought if he should have qualified for the bad boys, because you don't need a true villain to be a bad boy. A bad boy is just somebody that they know something might not work and they don't give a shit. They're a bad boy.
And you were saying they sometimes have redeeming qualities.
Absolutely, yeah. There's
Like
usually
Johnny.
some type of redemption to the character of a bad boy, not a true villain. Gerald says Andrea hasn't seen The Last Dragon, so she couldn't vote for Sho'nuff.
Oh, that's fair.
Johnny didn't want to hurt Daniel, though, at the end of that match, right?
Alex
He didn't
isn't.
want to take him out.
That's true. Alex says no, he wasn't, but Roy Stallion looks like him a bit. Okay, that's fair.
He looks
So,
like-
what's the vote count, guys? What's the tally here?
We got 6 for Johnny.
I only have 2 for Sho'nuff, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
Well, sure enough, he's done. Johnny Lawrence moves on.
Oh. Yeah, Sho'nuff needs more exposure. I feel like we need to have that.
You know what? That is one of those movies that I don't think a lot of people really know,
Yeah. I
which
knew
is
about
sad
it,
because it's so much fun. You know?
Yeah, I've only seen bits and pieces, but I need to watch it in its entirety. I might have forever ago, but I need to see it again.
It's what you would consider a hidden gem of the 80s, honestly. It really is.
All right.
Enter the Dragon.
Next round. This is a rather interesting one. Because this isn't who you think it is. So we have one of the original true bad boys. Came out in the 70s. He was a bad boy at the time, so to speak. But we just didn't really know it. I mean, we knew he was a true villain, but he ended up being a bad boy, which is interesting. And we're talking about not Darth Vader. We're talking about Anakin Skywalker. So you need to separate the two. You have to separate Darth from Anakin. Anakin was a bad boy. Anakin wasn't a true villain. And in fact, Anakin is who took over Darth's personality at the end in order to save his own son. So there's a lot of redeeming qualities to Anakin. It's just noticing them. So we have Anakin Skywalker, and he's going up against somebody that is on the cusp of true villainy, but I feel could have just a slight bit of redemption to the character. And
In the very end, yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, we're talking about Draco Malfoy from
Yes,
Harry
that's
Potter.
a good match.
So Draco
Especially
Malfoy
really
versus
young
Anakin.
Draco.
I'm going to put a minute on the clock. Let's see. Kevin discussed a little bit about the other ones. I think I've just really discussed about the two of them a little bit. So one of you guys just go ahead and throw your idea in, and I'll put the shot clock up.
All
That's
right.
a super tough one.
Yeah.
That's very tough.
I know Draco is such a hater, and I think he's jealous that he feels really ordinary. It's like that narcissism, like that shame-based psychology.
Yeah.
You know, he's jealous that Harry has this mysterious, cool thing going on and that he survived. So he's like, you know, really insecure. Anakin doesn't really feel special, but he ends up being special. I mean, how is Anakin bad? That's what I would question.
He killed a bunch of people.
I mean, but eventually, you mean as a teenager, right? Not
Yeah.
as a little kid.
Not as a little kid, but...
Okay, that's who I was thinking of.
I don't think Draco
Yeah,
was
I
a
mean-
little kid when he actually...
He's probably worse. Anakin is probably worse, I think.
More of a bad boy,
Overall-
yeah. I
As
would
a
give him...
teenager.
Overall, yeah.
I think
I
Draco
like-
is
actually-
pushed a little more.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like the way you described those two, though. That was a very good description of Draco being more the asshole because he feels left out, really, and Harry Potter comes in as the one that everybody pays attention to. I like that. That's a very good way to describe him. Very good way
Thanks,
to-
yeah. I mean, yeah, I felt a little weird. I felt almost like Draco. I don't know why. In middle school and high school, like, I realized it
I've
was that
seen the
narcissist
pictures. He
thing.
looked like him.
Like where you try to
Jeez.
like push everybody away from you because you feel like no one has anything in common with you, so you're like antisocial. I was kind of like that, like in 9th grade, but then I realized all these people had all this stuff in common with me. We were all teenagers feeling the same thing at the same time.
Janet, you did not feel like Draco. You felt like the one girl from The Craft.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
who is it? Oh, the main.
Na-
Oh, the
Nancy?
girl with the scars on her
What-
back.
Was it Nev
Was it-
Campbell?
Oh,
Nev
yeah,
Campbell.
yeah.
She was
Yeah,
with
there
the
was the
scars.
scars.
But you might
Yeah.
be more like Robin Tooney.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I felt like all of them, just that insecurity as a teenager, and like, yeah. So like, though, I felt like, oh, I'm better than these people in a way, like it came from a feeling of shame, which they said is like because you think you're so ordinary and other people are very interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and they have said that about lots of people, celebrities,
You know
narcissism.
what? But that's legit though. Like I I'm a super humble and grateful person. So like when people will come to me and say, "Hey man, it's super cool that you wrestle and that you like do acting and stuff," I have a really hard time taking the compliments because I don't boast about it and I don't feel that way about it. I'm
Right.
just very grateful and humble for any opportunity that I get.
All right.
So
Yeah, that's so
and
cool.
then at the same time though, people look at you and say, "But you have to realize that other people see you in in a different light in some ways."
Hmm.
But it's hard for me to accept that because I don't see myself other than just an everyday average person.
Right.
And that's how I feel, like but you're right though. Like, and being a teenager was tough for everybody. I mean, that was a
Oh
tough
yeah.
ass time.
Yeah.
And it was different for everybody too, but you struggle trying to fit in, trying to be, you want to be a certain way, but you know damn well you're not that person, but you have to almost feel like you have to be because everyone else is, and it's tough until you really realize that just be yourself. And if whoever isn't on board with that, screw them. You don't need them anyway, But that was a
Yeah.
tough time in life. You're right. Absolutely.
You could
That's a
see
very
that
tough
with
time.
these characters too in these movies.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of it.
That
A lot
time
of
of their
movies,
life, the
honestly.
adolescence.
That's
All
the majority of 80s movies, really, where everyone was a dick in those movies. That's why. You're
Yeah.
right. 100%. That's why.
right. Votes are in. Let's count them up.
All right.
Janet, you're Anakin, and John,
All right.
you're Draco.
Gotcha.
Gerald says Anakin. Draco is just all talk. Sammy says her father will hear about this. I know what she meant. Mom says Anakin. Dad says Anakin. Sammy says Anakin, baby. Enrique says Anakin. Alex says
sweet.
Draco is trash. He's too incompetent to be a good villain or bad boy. Anakin all the way. Ricky says Anakin. He killed younglings, says Alex Banquita. Sammy says, who did Draco actually kill? Come on, Anakin killed a whole temple of younglings. Doodlebee says Anakin. Thanks for joining, Doodlebee.
Hey, Brennan.
Did Draco kill Dumbledore? Am I right about that? It's been a long time.
No,
I
he
can't
didn't
remember.
get to kill him.
No, it wasn't him. Okay. I couldn't
No, it
remember.
wasn't.
Alex says Draco is a loser who is in his father's shadow. I loved being a teenager, by the way. Oh, that's cool, Alex. Congratulations.
I roll.
Yeah. Doodlebee says Draco didn't kill anyone. He couldn't kill Dumbledore. I just truly don't see him bad. Alex says, I was popular among the nerds, and that worked for me. LOL.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Oh,
that,
you're
man.
like a nerd god. Okay.
He'll like one of the matchups then. It's
Yep.
coming up.
Yep.
He'll like one of those.
Mom says, I was married when I was a teen, so was your dad. Doodlebee says, hey. Sammy says, no, it was Snape. Snape did it because of the unbreakable vow he made with Draco's mother.
Forgive me, it's been a while.
I
me
felt the
too.
same, and I read all the books.
So I don't even have to do the voting. Anakin
No, that's a
wins
clean sweep.
Yeah, we got
unanimously.
8.
It's a wipeout. That's a wipeout. Complete shutout. Rare shutout.
Yeah, wow. That was damn.
All right.
Anakin is back.
Now we've got a little power. We've got a little fun. You thought we had power with this last one. No. Now we've got some deception, and we've got some pure strength, and I think it's a great mix, a great match. We've got one Mr. Loki, the god of mischief, versus Teth Adam, a.k.a. Black Adam.
Nice, yeah. Black
who
Adam.
has the powers
Wow.
of many gods.
See, now I have to kind of sit out of this one because I have not seen either of these. I know the names, I obviously know the characters, but I have not seen either of these yet. So
You
kinda
mean
have
Loki,
to-
the TV show, or
I have not seen it. I haven't even seen anything. I'm so behind on these things. Yeah, it sucks, and I want to see Black Adam. I heard it was good. I heard you hear mixed emotions, whatever. I always like to watch stuff for myself and see how I feel about it. Even though people,
Yeah,
but
definitely everyone
Yeah.
has different opinions than I do.
right, yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing. Like what some people hate, we might love, and vice versa.
It's very true. Very true. So we already got some votes coming in. Quickly, let me just mention that Loki's done some bad things. Sure. and so has Teth. I feel like they've both done them for oftentimes good purposes, but sometimes to push their own narrative for greedy purposes. So it's a fun mix of these two. They're actually quite alike in a lot of ways. And I think if one had the other's powers, you would see almost the exact same character because they would go in that same direction using those powers. Loki might go a little more towards servicing himself, which Black Adam kind of does in a way, if you think about it, because he loves that everybody in his country just adores him and thinks he's the bee's knees. He's basically
so it's
the
the Rock
dictator
playing
you
the
love.
Rock this.
Yep.
You're like, I already know this character.
Right, yeah. I've seen it on WWE for years.
Yep. Now, who's the older of the two characters? Kevin, why don't you break that down?
The oldest of the two characters, it definitely is Black Adam. Black Adam goes back to the golden age of the early 1940s. Loki, in this case, well, actually, if you want to get really technical, and want to go back to Norse mythology, it's actually Loki is the oldest character.
Well, is Norse mythology, is that older than the Greek or Roman mythology that we have used for Black Adam?
Yeah, good question. But then again, knowing that Black Adam actually kind of goes back to Egypt-ish as well, then it's debatable. But as far as comic books are concerned, Black Adam came first, and then Loki came out in the early 60s.
Right. So Kevin, let's have you count Loki votes. You're going to be busy, and John, I'm going to give you a break. You go ahead and count Black Adam votes.
Loki tried to kill Thor, right?
Oh, you want me to do Black Adam?
Yes.
I got you. Okay.
I'm being
And
facetious.
Loki had tried to kill Thor, didn't he?
Yes.
His brother.
Kind of. Alex says Loki. He's more fun.
He's
My
more
mom
fun.
and dad are skipping this one. Andrea says Loki is more fun. Gerald says, is it just from the movies and TV shows? No, it could be from the comic book, buddy. Enrique says Black Adam. Sammy says Loki, no question. Ricky says Loki. Sammy says the constant betrayals of Thor and just doing what he wants. The first Avengers movie, anyone? Question mark. Age is just a number. Andrea says he's the god of mischief. Can't beat that. Alex says Loki is a Norse god. He's much older. And Doodleby says, I know little about the comic book version of Black Adam. Never seen the movie. That's okay. Ultraman Magnus, thank you for joining, buddy. He says, I'm Marvel all the way, but Black Adam is cooler. So I think that's a vote for Black Adam. And where are we at? What do we have?
I think
we have
Black
2
Adam
for
is probably
Black
more
Adam there.
evil,
A lot
or
for
more
Loki.
bad boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say
Who would
Loki,
you have said,
almost another clean sweep. Almost.
Yep.
Who would you say, Donald?
It's tough. I really do enjoy both the characters. I would say, having read the comic books over the years, I would probably go more Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Just
He's a
because
bad
of
boy.
he's dipped his toes in villainy more, I feel, than Loki.
He's an anti-hero, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
anti-hero.
Yeah. He's
Whereas
kind
Loki
of gotten to be
kind
that
of
way
villain.
over time, yeah. Very much
Mhm.
like Venom, like the anti-hero. Originally a villain, and then seen later as an anti-hero. So that's that. That's the first set. That's the first side of the battle. Now we're going to move on to the second side of the battle.
Who won that one? Sorry.
Loki.
Oh, Loki for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
Okay,
even had
wow.
to ask that? Come
Oh,
on.
okay. I can't see the chat.
Okay, so Janet and I had a discussion about this, and we landed on this character. It was her idea to steamhead this, and I thought it was a great choice for an 80s bad boy. And we're talking some Revenge of the Nerds action with Ogre.
Yes, Revenge of the Nerds.
Now, you could
Especially the
argue,
second one,
you could argue
too,
Booker,
right?
but I thought Ogre was a really great choice.
Ogre, yes.
And Ogre is going to be going up against none other than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles resident bad boy. No, not
Nice.
Raphael. Sorry, everybody. We're talking one Mr. Casey Jones.
They're both kind of lovable, though, too, is the issue.
Mm-hmm. So you have Casey
I mean, that's
Jones
the thing.
versus Ogre.
Yeah. Like Donald said, you have that redeeming quality, and Ogre kind of gets that in Revenge of the Nerds too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man, it's tough. See, Revenge of the Nerds is one of my favorite 80 comedies. So
He's like, nerds.
for me, right, I gotta go Ogre. He was just an asshole the whole time,
Yeah.
obviously until he made that turn in part 2. But yeah, he was just a giant asshole, man. Like,
He was on
jeez.
the other fraternity for a while.
Yeah, he was Alpha Beta all the way, and then he turned into a
Alpha
Lambda,
Beta.
Right.
That's true.
I mean, man.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, I would go
Hey,
for
Maria,
Ogre
thanks
on
for joining.
Maria.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was thinking of Ogre. I'm gonna have to choose him.
It's funny because Gerald says Casey Jones, no question. Also, TMNT has aged so much better. There is a part in Revenge of the Nerds that is
Oh,
a
yeah.
hot button topic, and that
Mhm.
one is where the lead nerd in Revenge of the Nerds, steals-
Lewis.
Yes, Lewis. Thank you. Steals the Darth Vader costume of this gentleman
Yeah.
in order to put it on and pretend to be the guy that is dating the head
Betty.
cheerleader.
Yeah, from out. Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Oh
proceeds to
yeah,
have sex
that's
with her.
right. That's
And
right.
it becomes a question of morality in which,
On the moon too, by the way.
on the moon, yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, what, like that was acceptable in the 80s for a film. Not obviously not acceptable in real life, but acceptable in the 80s in film. I don't see that being remade and happening now if it came back out.
No.
Twitter would go crazy.
Well, Twitter's already
Oh,
going
God.
crazy, Kevin.
That's very true.
Well, Instagram, TikTok, maybe TikTok videos.
Any woman that you
Instagram.
talk to.
Those just turning in, we got a minute left. Ogre versus Casey Jones. Cast your vote.
I'm sticking with Ogre on this one, man.
Yeah. Casey Jones is like this teenager type. I know he's in his 20s or whatever, but you feel bad for him. I feel like more bad for him.
All right, so let's count this up. Kevin, you're Casey. John, you're Ogre.
All right.
All right. We got one vote. Ricky Barnett votes Ogre. Doodleby
All
votes
right.
Ogre.
Yeah.
Gerald says Casey Jones. Enrique says Ogre. Mom
Yes.
and Dad are abstaining. Alex says Casey Jones. And Ultraman Magnus says Casey Jones. So where are we at with this? It sounds-
We're tied
man.
at 3. Looks like.
That's 3-3. Yeah.
And about 15 seconds left. So,
Wow.
ooh-da-lottie.
Somebody's breaking that tie.
So might go to the Supreme Court.
Uh-oh.
They have to pass judgment.
So anybody else
Boy.
want to cast their vote, please do. Otherwise, it's going to the Supreme Council.
I get to be on the Supreme Court this time. That's exciting.
Huh?
Get your
Right?
get your black
It's a
robes
Supreme
ready.
Council, Janet.
Get your black robes ready.
We're not a court.
Damn it, mine's in the wash, man. I'm sorry.
He's like,
We-
this
we-
is like the Witches Council on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Janet.
Okay, so. Okay,
I do
everybody.
like the K at the word.
Is this
All
head to the
right,
council?
Let's go ahead to the council.
Which is fitting because this happened in Nerds. Remember, they went to the council to try to get some.
Hang on.
What happened? What happened?
Hang on. We might have a vote.
Uh-oh.
Sammy just cast Casey Jones.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
Should it count though? Because it was kind of late.
Ooh, Sammy, this time.
We'll
Kind
count
of
it.
late.
I guess he is disgruntled and he's this youthful guy that's rebellious.
We'll count it. She was taking her dogs outside, so we'll count it.
All right.
That's it then, right? Casey Jones
I
takes
mean-
it, and this is
Oh.
a surprising upset.
Man.
Mhm.
That saddens me.
Okay. Well, Casey
Yeah,
Jones
that's sad.
moves on.
That he's out. Wow. And I wonder who Casey Jones is going to go up against later.
We don't know.
I mean, it's going to be a battle there in that second round for sure.
All right, this
Oh my
one's
goodness.
fun. This one's a lot of
It
fun
is.
on a bun. I can't wait.
It is.
I can't wait. For
Fun
this
on a
one.
bun.
I'm really excited for this one. We're talking Back to the Future bad boy Biff Tannen.
Yes. Yeah.
Such a
I
great
chose him.
character, fun
Yes.
guy, going up against another 80s bad boy. We're talking none other than Breakfast Club's John Bender.
Who was played by Judd Nelson.
Yes.
That's right.
Nice.
So we have
So,
John
I have a
Bender
question. Though.
versus Biff Tannen. Yeah.
Breakfast
Would-
Club.
If you had a book that showed you everything in the future that was going to happen sports betting wise, I would do the shit too. So
You
does that
bet
make
on
me
it.
a bad boy too? Because I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest. That's a lot of money on the line right there,
That's
right?
true.
You could be
But then
rich
you'd
as
be like,
hell.
it's cheating.
Well, there was a lot of bullying that took place too, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he was a dick. Let's be honest. But I mean, I guess I'd be a bad boy too because I'd be taking that betting and going. And I don't bet. Like I don't do that. But I tell you what, I'd be doing it there. If I had that opportunity to have that kind of knowledge, yes, absolutely.
Wasn't he like in the second one though? Did he like kind of beat? He was like a wife beater with Lorraine. He was abusive to her.
Yeah, the
I believe so.
the
Yeah.
alternate 1985. Yeah, that was an interesting setup there. Old Biff meets young Biff.
He did get humbled at one point. He was waxing the car for
That's
Mr.
right,
McFly.
yeah.
So I mean, he
Mr.
did get
McFly.
humbled a bit. Exactly.
Until he discovered something that he said, "Wait a minute, I could change my future."
Exactly.
I like when all that manure falls on him from the truck.
That became a regular gag, yeah.
Yeah. Was it Lieutenant Harris got it in Police Academy? Well, you went in the horse's ass. That was a different.
Yeah.
Which, see, he could have been a bad boy too,
Yeah.
though. Why did
Oh,
I
yeah,
not think of that?
Lieutenant
Damn
Harris
it,
and his
Mauser
sidekick.
or Harris, they'd have been perfect for this.
I
Gerald,
remember them in like those little action figures too. So cute.
Oh yeah.
Police Academy.
Gerald says
awesome.
this conversation is like a screen door on a battleship. Obviously, Biff.
I mean, it's a
Oh
good
my
choice.
god, though. The guy was so in the Breakfast Club. He was such an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what though? I think that kind of relates back to what you said though too earlier, Janet. Though he had a troubled past. That's what it was.
Yeah, he did.
You know, his
Like
father
they
was an
would like
asshole.
put him in wood
Yeah.
shop or whatever, and not believe that he could succeed in life. His
Yep.
dad was like verbally abusive to him, and
Right. His principal
Yeah.
looked at him like a piece of shit, basically, because
so he
was like
lashed
that.
out at
Yeah.
everybody else. But
So
he
he
was
overacted.
really
He acted
picking on them.
Yeah. Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Kevin, you're Biff. Janet, you are John.
Okay.
I didn't want to confuse John.
I hope everyone has seen The Breakfast Club who's listening here.
So here we
I
go.
hope so too.
You guys have, but the listeners, if they're like young millennials, they might not have.
Sammy says Bender. Doodleby says tough one. Mom says Biff. Dad says Biff. Alex says Biff. He's way more entertaining and changes the future.
That's very true.
Gerald says Biff. Doodleby says Biff is more a villainous bad guy. I'll say Biff. Enrique says Biff. Andrea says Biff. And Sammy, I think, did she already vote?
I think so.
She did.
I think
voted for Bender.
she was Biff. Oh no, it's Bender. That's right.
Alex says he already voted, but he says Biff also tried to sexually assault Marty's mom. It's true. Ricky Barnett says Big, so I think he meant Biff. So we'll count that one. Andrea says, but in the Breakfast Club, he was a kid who was trying to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Alex
Very
says,
true.
we all knew a Bender in high school, and I'm sure you being the king of the nerds, Alex, you may have run into a few Benders in your time, you know, but you were probably just too cool as king of the nerds in order for him
I crossed
to
paths
bother
with mine
you.
one day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ultra
Well,
Magnus
yeah,
says
one-
Biff. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bloodbath.
one for Bender.
That's
All
a
right.
sweep there. That's a yeah. You know what's sad though? The whole end of that movie, of course, Breakfast Club, was Bender walking across the football field with "Don't you forget about me" playing, and
That's
everybody
right.
just forgot about his ass. Worst nightmare
I know that.
right
poor
there.
guy.
Everybody forgot about him, man. There it is. Poor guy.
Poor Ted Nelson.
I
His
do
claim
agree
to
though.
fame was Breakfast Club.
Biff is definitely the bigger asshole though, for sure.
Yeah, I
Yep.
had both of them on my list.
Yep. Okay, next.
It's
Doing pretty good here,
Keith,
though.
Kiefer.
Thank you.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Yes, David
Yes.
from the Lost Boys. He doesn't have a
Oh,
last name.
that's
Just 'cause
right.
he's been
I
around
remember
for a
that
while.
character now.
And he's going up against. This is a fun one. Surprising. I think this will be a tough fight. Actually, he's going up against Frank Castle.
Oh my God, the
The
Punisher.
Punisher.
Now, Frank is not in here. Your brother, Janet.
I
so
know.
he
He
can't
would have
vote.
loved this
But he
episode.
can watch us later and go, "What the hell?" If
Yeah.
it goes the other way, we'll see.
My brother Frank. Yeah.
Man, I
Oh.
gotta side with horror.
took himself
I
off
gotta,
the
I gotta
video.
say David, but that's just me though. Are we talking old school Punisher movie or like the newer?
Any incarnation of the Punisher.
Any
versus-
incarnation? Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
What
Hey,
do
your
you
imagination.
say, Kevin?
that's fair.
You know, Frank is a crafty fella, and he will never give up. So you know what? I will give the slight edge to the madman who has nothing to lose, Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Yeah, I kind of think he's scarier.
It's a good choice. It's a solid
Unless
choice.
you're just like, oh, I like this character better or
Nope.
whatever, you could go with David.
Let me put a minute on the clock. So David versus Frank. Let's be frank about David. Oh, it's bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
but you're holding up over there now despite the medication.
I'm doing all right.
And the
I'm
whiskey.
surviving.
Yep. All the
That's what countered it.
medications.
Enrique says I need a hot toddy. I need my sinuses
Basically
to stop
did have it.
draining. Once that happens, I'll be good, man. I'll
He
be
had whiskey. He almost did have a hot toddy
Kinda.
earlier.
Gerald, I'm so glad you said that. I was going to say it, but I kept my mouth shut. Gerald says David lost to crafty teenagers. It's got to be Frank.
Crafty teenagers.
The Frog
yeah.
Brothers.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah,
There you
which was
go.
another idea that we thought about putting them in, the Frog Brothers versus Frank, which would maybe have been a better fight, to be honest.
We could have said every cartoon character from Scooby-Doo, all those villains, but I guess they're cartoons.
Right.
I mean, the creeper was
That'll be a different tournament.
pretty rough.
Mhm.
They were like there were some bullies on that show though.
Okay, so here we go. Kevin, you're the Punisher. John, you are David.
All right.
Okay, Sammy says Punisher. Enrique says Punisher. Gerald says Punisher. Ricky says Punisher. Doodleby says Punisher. Ultraman Magnus says Frank Castle. Donald should do stand-up comedy. Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I got my mic, so I can, do my stand-up, my little routine. Yeah, so that's it so far. What's the vote? It sounds like Punisher.
Yeah.
It's like six,
Because-
like 6-0 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing for David at all.
Oh man.
Okay,
David
so
has been staked by the Punisher.
Frank.
See,
is.
and then right now, he is in the cave with that little tear going down his eye when the sun hits
Yeah.
him.
And this
See?
might
See
be
what
a
happened?
case where people need to watch The Lost Boys again, like I do.
Let me tell you something, Janet. I've always been frank and earnest with women. Frank in Detroit and Ernest in Miami. But,
Okay, surely you weren't those guys. Surely.
That might be the only movie Ernest didn't make was in Miami, right? Like
Right,
everything
yeah.
he did everything else. He went to
He
camp.
did.
He went to everything else. You know.
he played basketball. He wrote
Yes,
a
he did.
canon.
He went to Africa. Yeah, he
Yeah.
went everywhere, man.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Last of the major rounds, and then we're going to get into this
Quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This one, Kevin got all juicy over. I mean, he
Did I
was just, you just couldn't touch the man. He was just juiced.
Juicy couture.
Yeah, he was juicy. Look at this photo. Kevin was like, oof. We're talking Killmonger. He does look pretty good in this photo, I will admit, Kevin. I mean, he does look pretty good. This is a good choice. Killmonger versus another stud. We're talking about. Do you want to taste it?
Eagerly.
John Cena as the Peacemaker. So Michael B. Jordan
Right.
as Killmonger, or John Cena as the Peacemaker?
But
Yeah.
you didn't put a picture up though because you normally can't see him though, right?
That's
Donald.
true.
Yeah. Behind Kevin's head is Peacemaker.
It's
Man,
true.
Scoot your
wow.
head a little, Kevin, then we can see.
What?
If
Show
Kevin
enough.
scoots his head.
Oh, that's still showing up back there.
Yeah, it's still showing.
Oh,
He's
it's
mad-
shown enough.
Oh, yeah, he's mad as hell back there.
That's an awesome
He's
one.
angry.
But you had Peacemaker up earlier, huh?
Okay,
That's
this could be
showing
a
us your
fun.
face.
This could be a fun matchup. One's still alive. So there's that.
One can talk to you if you go to the other side, though.
The spiritual realm. That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, Andrea is voting with her thirst.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
John
Yeah.
Cena, right?
Nope.
Okay. No.
She
Wow.
likes Killmonger.
She likes Killmonger.
He is hot.
Nice.
He's in
He's
shape.
fine.
They're both in shape. Okay? They're both in shape.
They are.
Yes.
They're bulging muscles. They're bulging muscles.
Honestly, because she couldn't see the other one. That's what it is. I'm
I
telling
like Michael B.
Yes.
Jordan's
you.
face.
Can't
and
see him.
his Swag.
Gerald's pretty funny. He said, Killmonger gives me the vapors, but I have to go. I have to
That's
go with
right.
Peacemaker.
Uh-oh. So wait, that's 1-1 now, right?
Well done, sir. No, this is going to be fun. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
John, you are going to be Peacemaker. Janet, you're Killmonger. Okay.
All right, cool.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Chris Duque, thanks for joining, buddy.
Chris.
What's up, Chris?
So we officially
Sammy
have
says,
one for...
let me go through them
Okay, gotcha.
Sammy says Peacemaker.
Okay.
Chris says Killmonger. Andrea says Killmonger. Mom says Peacemaker. Dad says Peacemaker. Sammy says I hated him in the Suicide Squad, but then I made myself watch the show, and it was awesome. Doodlebee says Killmonger. Maria says Peacemaker. Ricky says Killmonger. Gerald is going with Peacemaker. And Enrique says, I like Killmonger, but I'm going to go with Peacemaker. So where are we at with this?
I only got 4 for Killmonger.
Yeah, that's 6 for Peacemaker.
Okay, wow. Well, we have another one for Killmonger from Ultraman Magnus.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay.
So Peacemaker's
Might go to the
up by
council. One more is might go to the council.
We'll put him in
That's
on the
5,
clock.
6 there.
5?
Yeah,
Minute
5
on
to
the
6.
clock.
Uh-oh.
No, but he said 6. Yeah, you got 6, right?
It's like
Somebody
the best matchup
Somebody
here.
might... Yeah,
Killmonger
somebody
has
might
turned.
slide in there and tie it up.
Somebody might
Come
turn.
on, Killmonger.
Or someone might flip their vote. I can see that
If
happening.
you haven't seen Wakanda
Oh.
Forever, go see
Gerald,
it.
Wow.
if Killmonger gives you the vapors, it's time to flip your vote. man.
The Vapors.
Uh-oh. Wait, now, is that possible? Is that a thing we can do? Can we
It
flip
happens.
votes?
It happens.
Uh-oh. Okay.
It's always
All right.
possible, yeah.
All right.
Someone's gonna bribe Donald for the vote.
Sammy
I'll
says
give
for
you
Eagly.
some hot sauce.
I do love Eagly. Eagly is a cool character.
Eagly.
He is super cool.
Very true. Very true.
10 seconds.
Uh-oh.
We've been very fair with this. So if
Yes.
Killmonger comes up short, Peacemaker's going to do it. And I would have putting these two together, like years later, like we
They
just
have
did.
cool
I would have
names.
never expected this to go down the way it is. Honestly, I would
Peace
never thought.
and kill.
Officially, Peacemaker has won this round, and I can't believe it. I'm
Amazing.
so happy
Wow.
for him. I really am. I was rooting for him. The underdog is what I thought, to be honest.
John Cena has a lot of fans. Too.
Maria says if it were only based on the Suicide Squad movie, I would boo Peacemaker, but the show really won me over. That's fair.
Mhm.
Show was good. Good time.
It shows you the world building that James Gunn can do. We talk about that in a recent podcast,
yeah.
an audio one that we did on Rumble Spoon Productions page
Mm.
on YouTube and on all the podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts and so on and so forth. So please check that one out. It's called DC's Smoking Gun, I believe, correct, Kevin?
That's right. That's correct.
Yeah, so check that one out. All right, Peacemaker moves on. So,
Okay.
quarterfinals, semifinals, quarterfinals.
Yes.
All right, so we have...
This is. I feel like this is going to be another clean sweep.
Yeah.
Because this is. Yeah. This is. Yeah.
Clean
Well,
sweep.
we have a guy that steals your milk
Yes.
Billy Madison.
and another
Yes.
guy that'll just steal your heart,
Ooh.
Who is that?
Ah.
Johnny Lawrence.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Steal
So-
your heart.
So we have Billy Madison versus Johnny Lawrence. Look at these two bad boys. Who takes it? Who takes it? Oh, yeah. Who's
Gotta
going to
be
steal
Johnny
32
Lawrence.
sack
Yeah.
lunches?
I agree. 100%.
Johnny
He's
Lawrence
so
would.
much more of a
Yeah.
bully.
Yeah.
He would have bullied Billy Madison when he was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have been Team O'Doyle all day.
Yeah,
Most
and he
definitely.
would
Yeah.
have been
Yep.
karate chopping him too.
That's very true.
Maria says this is a tough choice for her.
Come on,
Uh-oh.
it's Johnny.
Probably because I'm basically Billy Madison.
Uh,
But
except that you've done some things now with your life, Donald.
I try.
You filmed the Blue Beetle. Ted Cord Returns.
Well, we might not have to worry about this, Maria. You might not even have to vote, to be honest, because let's just count the Johnny Lawrence votes.
We want Maria to vote.
Sammy says Johnny Lawrence. Andrea says Johnny Lawrence. Enrique says Johnny. Mom says Johnny. Dad says Johnny. Gerald says Johnny. Doodlebee says Johnny.
Yeah,
So I'm going to give it the other 30 seconds, and then I'm going to call it for Johnny.
yeah.
Somebody get the broom out because it's about to be a sweep. It's coming, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Maria says,
Wow.
I can recite the entire movie Billy Madison by heart. Ha ha ha. Oh, wow. High school.
Now we're gonna say
That's
it's gonna be a sweep the
impressive.
leg, right,
Uh-huh.
guys?
Ah, yes.
There will
There
be.
it is.
Sweep
Yeah.
the
Nice,
leg.
Janet. Nice, Janet.
Nice.
These voters had no mercy whatsoever. I dig
Oh,
it.
show
Dig
no
it.
mercy.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
What
All right,
else does
that's
that guy say?
Johnny
His
moves on.
karate coach.
Was it strike hard, I believe, and then
Strike
it's
fast,
yeah,
strike hard, no mercy, something like
yeah.
that.
Strike
exactly.
first. Strike
That's
first.
it, first.
Strike first, no mercy.
And hard, no
That's
mercy,
it.
yeah. All right. This
Man.
is another fun one.
Yeah.
We've got two really bad
Oh,
boys.
yeah.
We've got Anakin Skywalker.
Hmm.
And Anakin is fighting the god of mischief, Loki.
Wow, that's
Mm.
interesting crossover.
Yeah.
I am stepping aside on this one because I don't know what
Okay.
to. I don't know.
Oh, because
Honestly,
of
'cause
Loki, yeah.
Loki
I was gonna say
can't-
Anakin's
Loki
still
can't use the
such a
Force. Loki
badass.
can't use the Force.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Loki can't use the Force.
That's true.
Anakin.
But
should
Loki
take-
is a god.
Anakin has godlike power.
And Loki is a trickster, so he might trick him, but I still think Anakin is more ruthless.
That's right. Anakin can
Loki
use the
is
Force.
just like kind of happy-go-lucky sometimes.
Uh-oh.
He's not always that
Guys,
bad.
really quickly, Enrique says, Donald, I heard you have a series on YouTube called Blue Beetle, The Return of Ted Cord. Enrique, I do have that series. It is on YouTube. You can check it out. Go to Rumble Spoon Productions on YouTube. Type in The Blue Beetle Ted Cord Returns. We have a playlist where you can watch Season 1, Episode 1, all the way through Season 4, Episode 4, which caps it and ends it. We also have a Kickstarter coming out soon for the most amazing holiday spectacular, the Blue Beetle Holiday Spectacular, that we are working on, that will be available sometime next year. So the Kickstarter will be coming up for that as soon as I figure out how to actually edit like an adult. Right now I'm at the level of a 12-year-old, so I'm working on it, but we'll get there. Thank you, Enrique, for that. All right, so let's count some votes. Janet, you're Loki. John, you're Anakin.
All right.
Okay, Maria votes Loki. Doodleby, I'm not sure what you mean by that, so let me know. He just said me too. Or she. He or she. I'm not sure. Doodleby. They. Andrea says Loki. Enrique says Loki. Ricky says Loki. Ultraman Magnus says Loki. Sammy is going Anakin, it looks like.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. She's
Mom
such a
is
big
going
Tom Hiddleston
Anakin.
fan.
Dad
Uh-oh.
is going Anakin, and Gerald
Uh-oh.
is going with Loki, though. So
6 for
yeah.
Loki.
Yeah, I got
Doodleby is
3
stepping
for-
aside. So
Oh,
far, Loki is doubling up
Oh,
on
yeah.
Anakin. So let's see. We'll give
6 for Loki.
it another minute, and then we'll
3
move on.
for.
Do they think Loki is that bad, or they just like him better?
I think it's a popular.
I think it's the actor. I think it's more the actor, Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, but Anakin would slaughter Loki.
Thank you.
Yeah, he would. He's scary. He's ruthless. He's mad. He's the dark side has taken
Let me
over
tell you
his
something, though.
heart and soul.
The minute Loki turns into Padawan, whatever her name is, his
Padme?
Padme, thank you.
Oh, Padme Amidala.
Yes, Queen Amidala. The minute he turns into her, I think it's all over for Anakin.
He turns into her.
Yeah, which he can.
There you go. Yeah, the shapeshifter, trickster.
Mm-hmm.
So
But the Force
good
is
way to
strong
look
with him. He'll build the sense.
Queen-
You're probably not wrong, Kevin. You're probably not wrong. But I think
The deception.
Loki will have 1 second, 1 instance where he can strike, and I feel like he doesn't have that heart to do it. But
That or Anakin is actually attracted to Loki, just the way he looks.
Oh.
it's true.
That could be too.
He is
oh.
the weakness. We found it.
Maria says all Loki needs to be Anakin is some sand. That's funny because she's not wrong.
Nice.
If anybody's watched the recent
Yeah.
Ben Kenobi series, Obi-Wan, you will know what we're talking about here. And Gerald says Anakin is easily manipulated. That's also true if you watch any of the animated series
He's
as well.
easily manipulated. He's it. Okay,
Yep.
so yeah, I guess Loki.
So it looks like we're giving it to Loki.
Yeah.
So Loki moves on.
All right.
All right, next round we have, this is fun, we have one Casey Jones, which is a surprise win. And he is fighting against another, not so much of a surprise, but it'll be an interesting fight, Biff Tannen.
Wow.
I'm Biff all the way on this one. I have to be.
Yeah.
Some really
too.
bad qualities there. Really bad.
Me too.
I would have to back Casey, just because I think Casey has more of a skill set than Biff. Biff's a mean son of a bitch, sure, but I think Casey is more honed in his craft. So I feel
It's
like
more
he's-
like conniving.
With the hockey stick.
yeah.
Is Casey more angry? Is the question too.
Ooh,
He can be.
I got something for you, John.
Uh-oh.
Jason Voorhees versus Casey Jones. Battle of the hockey mask, man.
Oh, nice.
I mean, got to go with Jason. He'll just reach in, rip his
Jason
heart out,
is
pull it out, and call it a day. You know, that's it. You
Jason
know,
is unstoppable.
That's the
too.
quickest
Isn't he,
match
like,
Kevin
immortal?
ever picked.
right? You know what it makes you think of? Remember the scene in Jason Takes Manhattan when the dude boxed him, and he says, "Give me your best shot, motherfucker!" And just boom, the head gone, dude. That was awesome. That was a great kill in that series. Hell
Probably the only good one.
Jason,
Jason
you know what
has
though?
never
The sleeping
been-
bag kill was good. That was a good one. You know what? I kind of like the arrow too from part 3. Remember when he shot the arrow and it went right in the girl's eye? That was a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
There was some good kills.
20 seconds left on the
No,
vote, guys.
I'm talking about part 8. I'm talking about Jason Takes Manhattan. That movie.
Oh yeah, that movie was. I mean, it was give or take. Like, listen, I have one of those like things where I kind of have a soft spot for even like some of the bad ones in the series. Like even part 5. Everybody hated part 5 because obviously Roy was the killer. But if you haven't seen it, sorry to spoil it for you. But Demon, the character Demon, was hilarious in that movie. The whole scene where he's taking the shit in the outhouse and he's singing, like that was hilarious. Like that was the redeeming quality of that movie. So I like it. As much as people hate it, I like it. I'm also a fan of Halloween 3, so I'm just gonna say that.
No, me too.
Okay, here we go.
Eh.
I'm going to do a quick vote here for you guys. John, you're going to be Biff, and
Right.
Janet, you're going to be Casey.
Okay.
Maria says
I
Casey.
think I vote Biff, by the way.
Me too.
Okay. Maria votes Casey. My mom votes Biff. Dad votes Biff. Sammy votes Casey. Gerald votes Casey. And Enrique votes Biff. So where are we on that?
Ooh.
3 Biff.
Oh, yeah, I got 3 for me. What do you got?
3.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay.
Sex Find XYZ says my private photos are here. Oh, and there's a little squirt. So we're going to just ban you really quickly.
Oh.
Sorry.
Does that count as a vote for one of the guys here?
No.
I mean, damn. One of these guys is giving some
As
some
long as
vibes
you're
there.
Uh-oh.
there, you vote.
Uh-oh. Doodleby votes Biff.
Oh,
Biff has got one
there
on
it is.
Casey, which means we go to the timer. 1 minute left.
All right.
I'm really wanting to see one of these go to the council, man.
Biff
I'm
is so
I
classic.
feel like
I know. I never get to be on the council.
I know.
Well,
It's gonna be-
thanks Sammy
If
and
we
her,
could be
and
so
her
honored,
dogs.
John.
Can we let one of the dogs vote too? Like, can we?
I
can we
know,
see what
right?
the
Yeah.
dogs
What
think,
about
too?
Sammy's
People have
dogs?
tried.
Listen, I'll wake up Sophie. She's right behind me. We'll
Someone's
ask her what she thinks
nephew
too. You
is
know.
voting, and your next door neighbor's cousin is going to vote.
Hey, can I phone a friend real quick and see what they think? Like
Everybody and their
something
grandmother.
Call your priest. But call your priest and ask what he wants. Who he thinks would win.
This is such a hard toss-up, though, because sometimes I want to say Casey because he's so angry all the time.
I think it'll
I don't
take a
know.
couple hits and Biff's down. Biff got his ass kicked a lot. Let's be honest.
He did.
Yeah, but
did.
you want to choose Biff because he's just such a character, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Okay. Well, it's been 1 minute. Biff
Uh-oh.
takes it. Casey's
All right.
lost.
Yes.
Biff
All right.
wins. I am shocked.
Thank you, voters.
See, if we
And
had,
now-
man, I feel like my finals. I know what they would be. I know what they would be from just this right now.
Kevin, this one actually worked out really well.
Yeah, it does. It did.
Yeah, it's a
pretty-
battle.
This last quarterfinal matchup is going to be a very bloody.
Because
and I
one is
mean
pretty much
gruesome
created
matchup.
based off the other one. If you think about it.
That's true. And they're both men of military skills.
And it's not who you
Frank
think.
Castle, the Punisher.
Peacemaker was created before.
So who are
That's
these
true.
two we're talking
That's
about?
true.
Frank and
Uh-oh.
Peacemaker?
Frank Castle, the Punisher, and the Peacemaker are going to go at it.
Okay.
Yep. So Frank Castle versus the Peacemaker.
The Punisher and the Peacemaker.
The double
Yep.
P.
One will do anything to protect his family. Oops. And the other
Hmm.
will do anything for peace.
Punisher, I would have to say. What about you guys?
Anyway, Eagly versus, was it Chip? Who helps
Easily
Punisher
go
out? What's
with
his name?
Peacemaker. Peacemaker's
Yeah.
more fun.
I kind of feel like that's where I'm swaying.
We want
towards,
the more
too.
fun choice on this one.
Well, I think that's what this is showing.
Oh, okay.
You know, very obviously.
Are people voting yet? No.
hmm
They are. They're voting.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We're getting some votes in here. We're getting some votes. Let me put the shot clock up. 1 minute. There we go.
The clock, shot clock.
Got 1 minute, guys. Let's do this.
Give us your reasons in the chat.
Yeah. Give us your reasons in the chat.
Yeah,
Tell us
why
what you
you're
think.
voting for Peacemaker or Punisher.
Right. Yeah.
This one's hard for me.
Yeah, it's a battle. I don't know.
They're
I'm
so
swaying towards
different from
Peacemaker,
each
though.
other.
That's the thing. Once you get some of those first round matches, yeah, but you get to that second round, there's a lot of different types. Versus,
So, I want to give you guys a little bit of trivia. So John Cena is not much of a dancer, not known for his moves, and they wanted to do a dance opening. So they said they hired a lady to do the choreography, and she's like sitting there with her husband, and she says, "What would you do?" Because her husband's not apparently much of a dancer. She said, "What kind of moves would you do?" And her husband happens to be none other than Alan Tudyk.
Mm.
And
okay.
he proceeds to show her some dance moves. She loves it so much, she brings him in to teach the entire cast that's going to do the dance moves and shows them.
Right.
So there's actual footage of Alan Tudyk showing them the dance moves so they can all do these
Wow.
moves and stuff on the stage for the Peacemaker title opening, which is great.
That was neat. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. John Cena, you're like, he's not much of a dancer.
No, not much of a dancer, apparently. Okay, so let's count some votes. Kevin, you are the Punisher. John, you are the Peacemaker.
All right.
You are a them.
Mom says Peacemaker. Dad says Peacemaker. Maria says Peacemaker. Enrique says Punisher. Joe Brower says if Frank had a cool theme song, I would pick him, so it's Peacemaker. So another for Peacemaker. Sammy says the Peacemaker song is playing in my head right now. Dang it. I love Frank, but I think I've chosen. So she's going Peacemaker.
Okay.
Doodlebee says Frank. And that's it so far. What do we got?
I have 5.
Only
for the
got 2
Peacemaker.
for Frank. Only 2 for Frank.
5 for the Peacemaker, John was saying, and Kevin said 2 for the Punisher. So we'll give it another 30 seconds. How about that?
Oh, it's a lot of Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these semifinals are like, they're very odd pairings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very,
it's so
very,
fun
very
though,
odd
to
pairings.
think about.
Yeah.
Even the first
Well-
round was fun to think about Anakin with Draco.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I like that a lot.
One of the semifinals is going to be a slaughter. I'm almost certain of that.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
A
you're right.
slaughter.
Actually, I feel like both of them might be in a way, honestly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If it's swaying towards what we already
If you're
kind of like
tracking.
got a
Think.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Way it's going.
All right, Peacemaker takes it, surprisingly beating out the
Wow,
Punisher.
okay. And now we only have one more match, or no?
No,
No,
No.
3 more.
We
3
got
more.
through our
Yeah,
second
we
round.
So this is
have
the semifinals and then the finals.
Yes.
we have the semifinals right now. We have the kick-ass karate guy, Johnny Lawrence, and he is
Cobra
going
Kai.
up against the Lord of Mischief, Loki.
Wow.
I 100% feel like Johnny Lawrence should take this entire thing.
I
But
know. He's so
the way
great.
it's going, I know what's gonna happen, but for me, I 100% have to go with Johnny
Kevin
Lawrence.
feels
Oh,
the
thanks for
same.
joining, Doodlebee. We appreciate you.
Have a good one, Brennan.
Take care.
Because in Ohio, it's late, right? John? I go,
It's
Doodlebee is in
almost
Ohio.
midnight.
so
Yeah, it's almost midnight.
he's ready to pass out. Is this Cincinnatian?
All right, I'm going to put a minute on the clock and start and go. Johnny Lawrence
Like-
versus Loki.
Is this the one you think's gonna be a slaughter, Kevin?
No. The next
The other
one.
one.
Ah, yeah.
The next one.
That's definite for sure.
It's like I kind of want Loki to advance, but Johnny, I mean, have to
He's
go
like
with
the
him.
ultimate bad boy.
Yeah,
I feel
he
like
is.
he's like the
I
ultimate bad boy.
hated him when I was a little kid.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
everybody
feel
really
like.
did.
Yeah, he was like,
Everybody's asleep. I've got no votes. Guys, cast your vote.
uh-oh.
Maria
He
says
was
this is
dressed in
hard.
that skeleton outfit at Halloween, and they were all beating up poor little guy Daniel.
Mhm.
Did they
So
take
far,
his bike?
Gerald
It was a
is
shower.
winning because he's the only one that voted. So
Uh-oh.
so far, now it's a tie because only
Maria,
2 people have
the McKinney
voted.
family, vote. Wait a second, too. What happened to Daniel's bike? Remember in the Karate Kid? Did they trash it?
Probably, I don't know.
His bicycle got messed up.
I don't
I
care
think it
about
was
the
from
guy's
those
bike.
kids.
Who gives a shit about his
We
bike?
care about bikes because of Pee-wee's, Big Adventure.
That's what happened.
And
right?
also a story you
That
told
was-
earlier about seeing a guy with a bolt cutter.
Yeah,
Ah,
Donald.
see?
That
was
doesn't
a
mean I
bike
care.
defender.
I
You're
mean,
supposed to be
circles
the
back.
bicycle
It's him.
avenger, Donald.
yeah, sure. Let
Like
me
the
get my
toxic
costume.
avenger. Yeah.
I just want to see you with a cape, and I want to see that your top part has a little bike on it. That'd
And he
be
has
great.
like a tutu on,
Just
like
want
the
to see
toxic
that.
avenger.
I'll be the what's a good M sounding word?
The menace.
The
That-
the bicycle menace. The bicycle thief menace. I'll be a BM.
The bowel movement.
Well, all right.
Well,
That's funny.
so far, Loki's ahead. He's got 2
Oh.
votes. Johnny has 1. So we've had 3 people vote.
Come on, people. It
Johnny
wasn't
is
that
losing
boring of an
because
episode.
only 3 people voted.
Remember, everybody watching, think
Uh-oh.
about the fact that Johnny Lawrence was a lovable asshole, but he was
You
an
guys
asshole.
get free
What am I
hot
saying?
sauce
Another
at
vote
the end
for
of
Loki.
the episode. Stay tuned.
Oh, that's 3-1 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
I
looking
told.
good.
I'm like, you get free hot sauce at the end of this episode.
I have no more
Stay
hot
tuned.
sauce to give. Janet, they can come over and have some of mine that's in the fridge, but I don't have any more to give.
You mean they can?
That's fair.
Half,
See, that's
they
fair.
Can half some of yours.
Yeah, they can have half of my hot sauce.
Half of your half's hot sauce.
Half's hot
Alright.
sauce. All right, so Loki takes it. I'm not going to wait any
Oh.
longer.
That's
That was the saddest
so
vote
sad,
I've
aren't
ever
we,
seen.
John?
This vote
We're
You know, it's
so
gonna be funny.
sad.
Shameful.
You can see people
The
voting at the last
entire-
minute.
All three of us
Shameful.
are very saddened by this news.
That hurts my soul, man. I
Yeah,
felt like
it
Johnny
does,
Lawrence
it
was
does.
the one.
So
Oh,
sad.
All right,
man.
next
Shaken
up.
by this news.
The other semifinals: Biff Tannen versus the Peacemaker.
Wow.
So should I just write down Peacemaker now, or should I hold
Yeah,
off?
pretty much. Pretty much.
You guys
Pretty
are
much.
obsessed with this John Cena
You
guy.
guys
I again have to
underestimate
go with Biff
The
Tannen.
power of Biff.
I mean, no,
Power
he's
Biff.
yeah, but I just feel like the way it's going, I don't know. I don't know.
Biff.
Alex, where were you? Johnny Lawrence just lost to Loki by 2
Yeah,
votes
come
because
on,
only
Alex.
4 people voted.
Shame on you.
Shame.
This
Can't
is,
believe our Johnny Lawrence is gone.
And an
Chris,
alternate
what happened to
universe.
Chris Decay? He was there and he just
he
disappeared.
popped out. Yeah, popped in and out.
They're falling
That's fine.
asleep. They too took
So-
Benadryl.
Biff versus
Everybody took a shot of
Maybe.
Benadryl.
maybe. We have our first vote in again. It is Gerald. And we've got a second vote for Biff. So they're tied.
Go Biff.
Enrique is voting Peacemaker.
Biff
Alex had
versus
to
the
walk his
Peacemaker.
dogs. These goddamn dog walking bullshits. Like, it's ruining everything. You people walking your dogs. Just make
John.
it sit.
John knows what that's about.
Yeah, Sophie's back here snoring, man. She's having a good old time. She's sleeping away.
Uh-oh, it's a bloodbath.
But you would
Uh-oh.
feel for them.
There we
Uh-oh.
go. Peacemaker. Biff.
I told you.
Peacemaker.
Oh.
Peacemaker. Peacemaker.
Oh.
Peacemaker.
There
Peacemaker.
it
Told you.
is.
I
Told
told
you.
you how obsessed they
I
are with
told
So
you
Biff.
so.
6 peacemakers to 1 Biff.
No one loved Back to the Future.
He just created a new character, the Pea Maker, and that's what
I think
happens
so.
when you have to go pee. I mean, there it
Yeah.
is.
Pea
I
maker.
think so.
The dogs are
I-
pea makers.
I just want to say that in an alternate universe, Kevin, this would have been the ultimate battle of Johnny Lawrence versus Biff Tannen. I just wanted to throw that out
would have
there.
been amazing.
I hear you. I hear you.
The,
I
the
would
two
see-
ultimate 80s assholes going
I
head to
wanna
head,
see
you know?
John from the Breakfast Club also against Johnny Lawrence.
All right, we're calling it.
I still gotta go Johnny
I'm not
Lawrence.
see that one.
Here's the finals. Ready?
All right.
Oof.
It is Loki versus the Peacemaker. How about that?
Wow.
Another DC versus Marvel matchup.
hmm
Oh boy.
Who's got the juice? Who's the
We're
one
about
you
to find
vote
out.
for? Who's the one? Who's your choice? Who's the one that you love more?
I
You
like
guys
Loki
did this
more.
to yourselves. You realize
Mhm.
that?
Come on, you
You
guys,
did
vote
this
for
to
Loki.
yourselves.
This is the final battle. This is where everybody needs to vote.
What do you say
Every-
on this one, John?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna go with Peacemaker just because.
Really?
Yeah.
He's in your world. He's in your wrestling.
I mean
world,
that's
John.
true. He is.
Yeah. I don't know. I
I virtually have never seen him, so technically it does appear to what he says all the time. So no, but yeah, he is kind of in the world though for sure.
We have
That's
our
his,
first 2 votes, and it is not looking good for the Peacemaker.
Wow.
Right out of the
Okay.
gate, 2 for
Loki
Loki.
is the trickster.
Damn.
I have to go
Make it
for
3.
Loki. I guess I'm just
Make it
such
3 for
a
Loki.
fan of
Mhm.
Thor and Loki and that whole world too.
Wow. I feel like we're getting out the
Three-
I
booze.
feel like if
3-0
Loki were
Loki.
uglier, we would have more votes for the Peacemaker.
Probably.
If Loki were
Yeah.
uglier.
Yeah, if
I don't know. They're both really
if-
attractive.
If like let's say Steve Buscemi played
Oh
Loki,
god.
we'd
Nice.
probably have more votes for
Are you
Peacemaker.
are you insulting Loki like that? I mean, sorry, Steve
Oh, Kevin.
Buscemi.
Freudian
Steve
slip,
Buscemi like
Kevin.
that?
Freudian slip.
I just pictured him with the eyes from
Right?
what was it? What the hell movie? Which one is that?
Oh
was it Big
yeah,
Daddy?
that
Or,
Mr. Deeds.
or no, Mr. Deeds. Thank
That's
you.
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
Crazy
his
eyes, yes.
like off to the side.
yes.
Yeah, you
yeah.
missed the Punisher versus the Peacemaker, Alex. Don't worry, Peacemaker won, but it doesn't look like he's going to win this one.
No, not at all.
Uh,
Has he gotten a vote yet?
They're both so
Alex
popular.
says, Gerald says, I would have picked Loki if Steve Buscemi played him.
Nice.
Here we go.
Now
So
I-
let's
now
start
I need
counting
to see
votes. So,
Yeah, there's not that many women in this
Kevin.
chat, Donald, to have a crush on Loki.
Kevin, you count Loki. John, you count the Peacemaker.
All right.
Alex says Loki. Sammy says Loki. Maria says Loki. Gerald says Peacemaker.
Oh.
Enrique says Peacemaker.
Oh boy.
Alex says Punisher is the most famous Italian-American superhero. And girls love Steve Buscemi. So where are we at on these votes, guys? It's
3-2.
Italian.
Loki in favor of Loki.
Yeah, Peacemaker has 2. Yeah.
so Peacemaker can tie it up with one more vote. If somebody wants to pop in, cast a vote for
Can we go
Peacemaker.
to the council here? We got to go to the council on this one. I feel like this needs to
if
be
the
the one.
relatively low amount of votes that we're getting in is going to continue, I feel like it's only fair that we make the deciding factor on this.
That's true.
Okay.
It's very true.
Baked Looney says, my girl said Loki. And Andrea says Loki. So it doesn't look like we need to go to the council.
That's
Oh, shoot.
5 now, right? 5-2.
Yeah.
And we have
Well.
about 20 seconds left. Oh, yeah, it's the Legion of Doom. Alex is still pushing that Legion of Doom title for
Legion
our
of Doom.
council.
I'm
Nice.
cool with that. I'm cool with that.
That's
I'm
a
kind of relating
cool,
that to
council
the
name.
old wrestling tag team, of course.
Yeah.
Hawk and Animal, but still, that's
Legion
cool.
of Doom, the Road
Doom.
Warriors. The Road
Yes.
Warriors, Legion of Doom. Yep.
Yeah.
One of the greatest ones of all time. Want the Steiner brothers?
Yes. I even
My
wear the
friend
face paint.
Jen
We
is
can
pretty
paint
much
up and everything.
Wonder Woman, so she lives
That's
in
cool.
the Hall of Justice. She says.
Nice. Very cool.
And by the way, Janet, when you
Yeah.
brought up in the text messages, we should do a battle of the bad girls.
All right.
Yes,
It's done.
Because I had women in mind from certain movies.
It's done. Loki wins.
Wow.
Loki
go
wins the
Loki.
tournament.
Loki.
I was pro Loki.
It's more
has
about Tom
taken this.
Hiddleston.
Loki wins. Loki is the supreme winner of this.
Wow. Loki
Good for
the
you, Loki.
trickster.
Good for you.
Well, now you got to catch up on these movies, John,
Yeah, I need
I think
to
so.
see
I
Loki
think so.
and to watch
And
the.
wow,
I really
um,
like the series on Disney Plus. Also,
Let
of
me
Loki.
just pat ourselves on the back. We got through this entire thing in
You got
roughly
through it.
amazing time.
You got
That's
through
less
it.
than
You're
90 minutes.
dedicated,
Less
John.
than 90 minutes, no less.
I think it's our shortest battle yet, our most efficient battle. So thank you to everybody here. And yes, I survived. I definitely need to drink a half a gallon of Chloraseptic because my throat is like gravel mixed with glass right now, which is
Oh
awesome.
no. You did really well though, so you might not be
Thank you.
doing as bad
All
as
right.
we thought.
I gotta ask you guys though, if you could, well, 2 questions. How about this? Out
Good,
of the
Alex.
16 people in this tournament, who did you want to see win it? That's the first question.
Out of the 2
that-
that were at the end, or just the whole thing?
The whole thing?
No, out of the 16 in the tournament, who did you want to see win the whole thing?
I did want to see Johnny. I think Johnny Lawrence,
Same,
Mm.
yeah, same here.
and
Sorry.
I just
I
loved
did
Cobra
too.
Kai.
I did too. I wanted Johnny Lawrence.
Wasn't
So then
he,
my
like,
other
our
question
number
is-
one? Oh, he was like number 1 on our list, just like in the order of the list, but the list
Yeah.
wasn't really in order.
Mm-hmm.
So the other question would be, if you could bring somebody back that got eliminated, who would you pick to come back?
Oh, totally Johnny Lawrence, yeah. But he already lost to Loki once, so.
No, I mean like as far as like anywhere on the brackets. It's like if you first round,
Yeah.
second round, is there
Oh, the
anybody you would
first
pick
round.
To
Just
face
kinda
Loki
come
instead?
or maybe just advance that didn't get a chance
Just
to?
to
Like
Did
advance.
if there's
Ogre
anybody
got
in that,
eliminated, right?
who's
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I like Ogre to stay a little bit longer because he was
I kinda
awesome.
feel like-
Killmonger.
I kind of feel like
Killmonger.
Francis should have went over on Billy Madison though too.
Yeah,
I'll go with
no.
Ogre. I think Ogre
I don't
deserved.
think that Francis had the impact on these people as he did on us as children.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now but do you think Ogre would have pulled it off against Biff though? And if he would have won that, do you think he could have pulled it off against Biff?
Biff would have
I,
won.
I think he would have had a better shot. Yeah,
What
True,
for
about
sure.
yeah.
Ogre versus Francis?
Ooh, wow. Okay, that poses
Yeah.
some good questions. All right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe Francis would win.
Kind of like
Possibly.
that matchup.
That's possibly
I like-
true, yeah.
like
Is a good
that
matchup.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, I want to give everybody a thank you. Thank you for choosing us for your evening's entertainment. I know you have a lot of choices on CBS. There's CSI,
Monday Night Football.
CSI Miami, CSI Detroit, CSI
Bosch
New
Legacy,
Orleans,
which I was
CSI,
a background extra on.
New York, CSI Seattle, CSI
Donald, then
Las
Bosch
Vegas,
Legacy.
CSI Montana, CSI Boise,
Wow.
CSI Sacramento, CSI what was that? Tombstone.
Donald, where are you from again? New Philadelphia?
CSI Canton, CSI Youngstown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
trying to get in on that one. So yeah, thanks.
Right.
man.
CSI New
CSI
Philadelphia.
CSI Taint, which I believe is called CSI Cincinnati, is the other
That's
term.
what he
for
calls
it.
my town.
CSI Kentucky, CSI West Virginia. There was a
Damn.
CSI Lynchburg, which I thought was a really bad choice, to be honest. But they went with it. So you have the ability to see all of those CSI films or shows on CBS this evening, but you chose us, and we really appreciate that. We appreciate you guys. So thank you for tuning in and being a part of this. You can find us on our own website, Rumblespoon Productions, so rumblespoon.com. We have all of our podcasts there, all 240. We also have all of our podcasts on YouTube. Now, if you want the most recent ones, those are available on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, etc., etc., etc. We want to thank you for tuning in. We want to thank our sponsors, Half's Hot Sauce, as well as Splattered Frog Brewing Company. You guys are great. Another tip of the hat to Chris. Hope you're doing well, brother.
Hey, Chris.
Love you, and I will
Praying for you,
see
buddy.
soon. And thank you to Janet and to John for being special guests for this evening. This was a lot of fun. This is our last show before Thanksgiving. Depending on how I progress, we will see if we have another show on Monday of next week. We might not, but we will keep you guys posted on our social media. So keep us in mind when you check our Instagram and our Facebook. Things like that, our Twitter, we usually update on those, or at least try. Sometimes we're horrible at it, sometimes we're great. But check out the Horror Guys podcast, John's podcast. It's a fantastic podcast about horror films, of course. Duh. It's a lot of fun. Him and Alan do a really great job, so definitely give them a like and follow as well. Give Janet a general like, follow, and a big hug next time you see her. And if we
Instagram,
don't see, there you
Janet
go.
Rose 6.
And if we don't see you out and about anytime soon, perhaps Happy Thanksgiving, but also perhaps we'll see you
At the rogue, antagonistic, but never crooked comic book shop.
Ooh,
Good night,
bye.
everybody.